Alright guys, ready for a slower game. I have clawed my way back to 1502, having dumped 150 rating points in 48 hours. But hopefully we'll do a bit better now. And I apologise if there's noise of banging coming over the mic. Then I gave Sasha a marrowbone and she was chewing it in here. So I kicked her out. So she's decided to go and do it on the hard floor in the hallway outside. Anyway, okay, we've got opponent rated 1618 from Spain. And we've got the Bishop's opening. Okay, so against this I play the Calabrese Countergambit, and you nearly always play knight f6 on the second move. Okay, now, there is no argument against playing d5 now, with tempo on the bishop, unleashing my own bishop, right? And he's just cut off all his retreat with that move d3. He's opening up this bishop. Okay. And now I think we just take. If this bishop wants to come out, it can. I have the option of knight bd7 to free up my queen. Okay, knight e2. Can't go there, can't go there. Right. And it's very often these moves, you know, when I'm watching like IMs, GMs doing speedruns, these first moves can be really critical. Right. So I'm not even a pawn down. I've got my pawn back and I have two central pawns to white's. One central pawn, I have two slightly more active pieces, them being slightly further up the board than my opponents. Knight c6 is an idea, knight bd7 is an idea, bishop here, bishop here. You can go to any of these squares, really. I'd like to cast, I'm not happy with the fact that this bishop is gazing down at me, but if I try something like a5, he's got time to play a4 and give his bishop a hidey hole. So I'm starting to contemplate the possibility of long castles already. So I think knight c6. Bishop here. Can he play that straight away? No, because I've got three attackers. Let's do this and see what happens. I'm pinning the f-pawn anyway, which is something. Maybe here. Maybe do a harry attack. This bishop's now in the way of one of the pawns, by the way, on the queen side. Potentially slowing down a queenside pawn storm from white. Okay, he's decided to block. I have the option of d4. This feels kind of major, actually. Do I just drop my bishop back? If I take, we have an open f-file, right? Now he's got a rook on the f-file already. I don't think I want to do that, even though it's not my intention to put my king that side. My instinct is bishop d6. What if d4? Will he come here? I kick him again. d4, I'm opening up this guy again. But what's he looking at? Fresh air. It also stops this knight from coming out. Go on then. Reason enough. Queen d7 possibly, although... Yeah, there we go. I already decided I was going to kick him. I might even just kick him again. Okay, what happens? g5, bishop g3. He can't take on there. Here, here. Pushy. Come on. Okay, this pawn is safe. I push now. Oh, by the way, I just unpinned that pawn as well. Now if I push, he needs to create an escape for his bishop. This is then going to tenderize the dark squares in some way. I think it's got to be played. There we go. Now, if I go in like this with g4, he's got h4. If I hit the bishop's retreating, and then there is no escape. There is no option to push on with h3, h4, right? So now I'm feeling like the right move is something like queen d7. Hooking up with this bishop, ready to maybe sack, put the queen on there, get the knight involved, kill. Got my salty water. Slightly regretting bringing up topics of diet on my channel, because it tends to get people rather upset. As someone very wise once said, if you really want to upset people, tell them what they can and can't eat. Which, by the way, I'm not doing, and I don't do. Even on our challenge, you know, we say to people that you're a grown-ass human being, you eat what you want. Our point is that we should all be figuring out, through experimentation, trial and error, what actually works for us. So, go knock yourself out, whatever. But, I will just say, the difference between, you know, this is with me in 1 year, right, from 1st of January 2023, aged 50, to the 1st of January 2024, aged 51, and eating 90% meat and fat. Big difference. And it's not about calories, guys. Never was, never will be. Hormones have a far, far bigger role to play. Okay. I'm thinking I should probably just get castled here. Get the king to safety. Now, if we go piling in here, queen takes, knight in there, takey, 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 queen's on here, right? Is that enough firepower? There, queen on here. And this is normally where I would, like, stop my thinking, right? My queen's on here. What's he going to do? These pawns are gone. My queen is on here. He might push this pawn to stop the knight coming in. What if I just push this pawn then? Takes, queen's on here, pushes. I think we're onto something. I might also have the option of this. Oh, this. Okay. There's no knight here. All right. I missed that one. And I don't have this. Check. Can't come back to there. Don't really want to go back there either. But my knight, let's say my queen drops like d7, yeah? My knight can jump in. Come here and just push pawns up. I think we can probably attack from here from a distance, you know. There, bishop takes, queen takes. Got this. Okay, that doesn't change much. You could come in there or there. Let's get castled. I've got a feeling I might want to use both rooks. Now I can't put that one on g8 because of this bishop here. I think if I can get g4, g3 in, if this takes bishop. Now, you know what I want to do? I want these pawns out of the way, don't I? Now, he's currently up a bishop for 2 pawns. That's not a huge lead, considering those are the 2 pawns. And this is his extra bishop, which is firing into fresh air. Just got to make this stick, haven't I? It's a better route for the knight, but it's a slow route. Very slow. Could stick my bishop here. I could just start, I think g4, g3, because it's a fork. This pawn is defended. Could even think then about lifting one rook and doubling up on h. Okay, that's now two attackers on there, so I'm going to drop my bishop back. You can have this one. Actually, I think I'm quite happy for you to have that one. From there we can go here. That is a threat. Yeah. Got rook f8. I think rook f8. So, ooh, oh no, oh no, oh no, shocking, outplayed, again, right, 1497, 1497, You see, one of my problems, I know, is that when I get too concerned with my attack, I stop remembering not to lose. I actually drop the what is the nastiest thing my opponent could do to me bit from my own kind of mental checklist. Okay, now here the only really decent move for black is to take the pawn. You kind of have to take the pawn. In the Scotch. Interesting. I mean, I could take here, right, hitting this knight, which would then might take there. So if I take queen there, or I can just push with tempo, and then he hasn't got time to take the pawn. I push. This is a sideline of the Scotch that I really feel like I ought to know. If I take and he takes, well, I take, he can't just take because knight takes knight. Okay, so I take attacking this knight. He's got to move somewhere and he can't move there. So right, takes. No, I think I'm going to push on. But we can learn after the game which is the right approach. I could also have played knight c3 and gone into a 4-knight Scotch, but I don't really understand the 4-knight Scotch. Okay, that's a free pawn. But then so's that one. So if I play knight c3, he's got time to play like d6. And I mean, that's quite nice as well, isn't it? Time to play d6, but then he's completely falling all over himself. If I take this and he takes me, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. This knight can't go there or there or there. It really ought to swing around to g6 at some point. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring my bishop out, threatening to take this knight and screw up his pawns on the king side. Give him an isolated pawn there. Now this pawn is pinned, which is another issue. So it'd be nice to put pressure on it, in it. I've also got this. No. Maybe. Goes here and I push there. He can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there. Go on then. H4. Okay, times like this I tend to just retreat the bishop, so thinking bishop e3. But let's figure this out. If I push, he takes, I take, I just lose my rook. So I'm going to drop the bishop back and maintain my own threat. With playing these quicker games recently, I am developing, it feels like a bit more of an ability to get a feel just from an aesthetic point of view how the board looks. Doesn't always work, but that is the one thing that like Blitz and maybe 10-minute Rapid can be good for, is to hone your instincts. Trust your instincts, Luke. Let the force flow through you. Okay, so if I push here, he comes here. It's almost guaranteed. I mean, it's that all the way home, right? Here, I kick him again. He's very much out of squares, I'm sure of it. So that's my wife going out. Has to shut the front door 3 times for some reason. There's only one of her. 4 times. Off to the vets with Jensen, who's got really bunged up eyes. Got like a cataract has come on really quickly in one eye. So he's like totally blind now in his left eye. Okay, now here. It's just, oh, hang on. He's got 2 attackers on there, hasn't he, now? Can I move this knight, though? No, not really. Well, I mean, I can move it there. The reason is then I've got queen and rook defending that. Which is, I mean, 2 knights for a rook and a pawn at this point in the game, I think is good for us. If I move my bishop, this pawn hangs. If I push, he takes. I bring this knight round and just try and get rid. I think so. I think all of the rest of his stuff is kind of bunged up. This bishop could be an issue. Oh, you jellyhead. You're gonna done it anyway, isn't he? Definitely not firing on all cylinders at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna pawn down. These pawns definitely want to fire up that way. Although my central pawns are pointing this way, right? Kind of like that. Which makes, kind of means that I might want to be attacking down the queen side. Can this knight go here? Keep looking at this. I think I'm just going to concentrate on getting castle. Oh, that pawn hangs. How long's that been hanging? Since I moved this knight away. Do I put the knight back? Do I put it here? Then he can take, and win here. So I'm thinking I've got to do that. Oof. Making this into a bit of a bugger's muddle, aren't I? At least I'm getting ready to castle. On the side of the board where all the action isn't. Disturbs that knight, this knight might hang. Come on, in for a penny. Expecting that now. Push you all the way back. That's a pointless place to go. He's got to go back to c8, hasn't he? Maybe actually while that bishop was off, I could have snuck this knight in. Oh! No, I disapprove of that. I'm going to do this now. Just because. And I may not even want to castle my king. I want to get my bishop, I think, onto e2. This knight could come around g1 way. That hits the knight, but again only once. But after this move, okay, well that's kind of a no-brainer. I'm sticking my knight in there. Are you about to castle? Now I don't think I want to capture this bishop because it's his bad bishop, right? His central pawns are on dark squares. So his bishop can't touch any of these central pawns. I've got potential of this. Knight here. Don't know where it wants it. I want that knight off e2. So the bishop can go there. I'd like to do that. You can just take. F3 G4. F3 blocks off this, but F3 and then G4. His knight can go here. I can win a pawn back. I think that's the name of the game is now to rush my pawns up here as well. This really, I mean, the story from Black's point of view is he's got no space. Okay, I'm taking with a knight. And the reason is because of this hook here. He takes back, I take with the bishop. I've got queen here or here. Threatening to like take, queen takes, potentially checkmate on h8. The difference in performance, guys, between 1450 and 1500 is negligible. 1550 to 1550 is negligible. 1550 to 616 is negligible. Really interesting. Take, that's check. Bishop round here, queen here, takes. I mean, it's a slow build-up, but if I could do that, I don't even need to take there. If I 1, 2, 3, I'm threatening mate straight away. Now what can he do? He can push like f6. He's got too much looking at g5. I don't think I can attack by g5. Is that silly? Lift my rook, stick it on g3. Might want to move my king. I mean, knight's covering h4, but this is also an idea. Material's actually equal. See, the thing is, my queen hasn't got a quick way onto the g-file. The queen's on a light square right now. Go queen here. Takes, takes, takes. King goes, say, in the corner. There. There's bishop can block. I'm going to drop my bishop back. Give myself some options here. You see this hook, you know, early on, so often creates a weakness. Now I'm going to play g4 so that if he is determined to take, I can recapture with the pawn and open up the g file. I know I'm giving up a really good knight, but I'm also gaining a lot on the g file. Now I have rook g1. This is fine. Rook g1. And I'm just threatening to take here. Okay. Queen's attacking my rook, so let's do this. This bishop's absolutely useless. It's just in everyone's way. I might stick him here. Rook g1. Connect the rooks at last. Yeah, queen can't go there. She can go here. But then, have I got rook? Ooh, rook a g1. Hang on, rook a g1. She goes there. You can see why my light square bishop is so bad. Because I've got all my pawns on light squares. If it's over this side of the board, he'd be happy. So maybe, at some point, he might find his way there. That could be quite cool. What are you doing there? Now this, queen has to skedaddle. And can't go there, can't go there, right? So bishop d2, queen goes here. I snatch this pawn for free because it can't. That one can't take because it's pinned by this rook. If I push this pawn, he's got push. I don't think that works, even though it could wake up this bishop. Come to one of these squares, you know. Oh no, my bishop. Okay, now you have to go there. Bishop is actually defending g7. Has to be said. I might have f4. Queen can't go there. She can go here. Yeah, I mean, look, this pawn is available, so I should probably snatch it. She goes here. Can't do that, actually, because she's got takes, takes, takes. f4, I don't know about. It just blocks in this bishop. If I take here, I'm worried about this. Just drop my bishop back and let you have that pawn. And then your queen is out of the game. Okay. Okay. She comes there. I'm not trading queens. I'm going to drop my bishop all the way back, I think. Goes there. No. I don't really want to give him anything on this side of the board, that's the problem. If only I had a rook here that I could have just dropped in. If I stick my queen here, she might go after that pawn. And then maybe bring rooks in. If I come back, I'm going to come. That was the idea. Come back. This doesn't bother me. I can just take the queen. Bishop's pinned, but the queen isn't. Okay, there we go. Bishop's actually got quite strong now. That knight isn't though. If I could move this pawn and get my bishop there, I'd be very happy. This takes, bishop takes. I don't want to open everything up. There's no black pawn on the e-file. But the queen now being on the light square is very much out of the game, a bit like mine. But I haven't got this diagonal because he's got his bishop stuck on there. Oh, a bit... maybe I need to trade his bishop off. But right now my king's in some trouble. As in I can't move the bishop. So where do I put the king where he's going to be safe? Something like that, actually, is about the safest place. I'm going to run away with the king, I think. Run him away somewhere over here in case that... That's an unusual move. I guess he's getting out of this kind of idea. Also, the knight guards this too. Oh, hello. Can I have F4? Ah, for F4 he's got that. Huh. In that case, let's bring this bishop back, then F4. It's defended by bishop and queen. And lose that bishop. I could take out the knight. Oh, it's all getting a bit funky. That is mate. I would have happily traded that bishop for that knight. Okay. gonna just double up the rooks, whatever. He takes, I'll take back. Does he want to get his rook to a3? Is that the idea? I've got two attackers on this. So actually, he takes the pawn. I just take his knight outright. Yet it's my good bishop. It's then facing off with his good bishop. Or I have rook gh1 threatening mate on the next turn. Knight can't block, so I just take it. King moves. I take the knight anyway. So I think that's the idea. If he takes here, rook gh1 threatens mate. He has to take evasive action. I get my bishop out of there. If he comes here now and hits my queen, so just drop back to the first rank, I guess. Okay. Check. Still have this threat. Because, okay, I guess maybe he saw that sequence. Aha. Throws in a check. I think my safest place is here. Still have mate in one. Okay, so now this, he's got that. Here, there. I take. King can't. Can. I'd like to win one of these. Well, at the same time, it opens up my king. Just got a rotten bishop, haven't I? I've got to re-involve my queen. Is it this? Here. And that hangs the bishop too. What about this hangs that bishop? Ugh! Gonna put this bishop there to shield the king. Might put my queen here, something like that. There, king here, queen there. King goes here. I take rook. There's possibilities. I want to go on a dark square, not a light square. Okay, he takes a pawn. Can't go there. Bugger. Come on, what's going on here? Look, I'm all trapped now. I've got all my stuff is on light squares and I can't move. So he sacked his knight and he's got the stuff back. But now his rook's come off the back rank. Only the king can recapture this, yes? The rook was doing nothing in defence. Might as well be up there. thinking this is a check. Forces the king here. And look at these like pawns over here as well. Could be very, very dangerous. Rook here. King has to go there. Things I go through. Okay, I have a check. King goes there. Queen goes here, defending these squares. It's got 3 attackers. Oh, it's got 3 attackers on that square. Cock. There. And I'm still on a bleeding effing square. Right, whatever you do now better be decisive. Bishop here is not decisive. Queen there we obviously trade off. I'm threatening that, which is actually checkmate. So whatever you do now, it has to be bishop there or queen there. Or queen there. This, he goes there and that wins the bishop, so I think I've got to go there. Got a check here, but he's still got 1 square. Queen here doesn't work, it loses the queen. Oh wow, it's a skewer. It's a simple skewer. I've got nowhere to go to defend the bishop. Oh, the rook defends the bishop, that's okay. But it means I have to go here. And now this wins that. I go there. You can't win the bishop the thing though. You take that, I think you lose. Queen takes it, you also lose. Bloody hell, it's too much. After this, his queen's hanging, look. His queen's hanging as well. You can't check with the queen there. So is he out of checks? He can't check with the queen there because I take. Can't check with the rook. Oh. No, it's too much. I can't take it. I can't take the pressure. Start mouth breathing now. I'm sitting there like this. Hate chess, don't you? Hate it. Oh, what else did he have? But right, my bet is 55 accuracy from both of us, and it's got us about 1050. God. Oh, it's like a Christmas tree. That not bad estimate though. 57, 56. Get in, Hunty. Only one blunder. 10 misses. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh. God. Oh no. But I won. Oh my Lord. Okay, let's have a look at... That's a blunder. And I just played... Do you remember, what do I say? Oh, he hung his bishop! I just posted a video about this, right? The perceptual blindness thing. Dumbass hung his bishop. And then I'm winning here until I play that and hit his queen. Two and a bit pawns different. And that was not the way, apparently, just grabbing the pawn. Oh, gripes. That's a blunder. Leads to losing it. How does it lead to losing a bishop? Not that way. Well, we know it wasn't that way. Oh. Look, using this blocked-in pawn as a potential passer. How about that? Now your opponent can't stop you from winning a pawn if you make the right moves. So the right move was Queen G2. Threatening to come in here, force the king away, win this pawn. That would actually be mate. Did I even consider that? I don't know. I don't know. My brain's a mess. Good gracious. Okay, well, okay, that's me. Need to go and lie down in a darkened room and consider my ways. All right. Leave it at that. See you tomorrow, everyone. Take care.